In a world where fashion is constantly reinventing itself and beauty standards continue to evolve, few rising stars capture the essence of this evolution quite like Licha Esther. With her effortless poise, expressive eyes, and commanding presence in front of the camera, Licha is more than a model, she is a storyteller, a muse, and a creative force reshaping the narrative of modern fashion. Represented by both major models New York and by Agency New Jersey, Licha is quickly becoming a standout in editorial, commercial, and runway circles. From high-impact campaigns to refined, minimalist portraits, her Instagram feed, at Esther, serves as a dynamic portfolio of her versatility and vision. But behind the lens, beyond the catwalk, is a young woman driven by curiosity, passion, and an unshakable desire to inspire. This is the story of Licha Esther, told not just through poses but through purpose, perspective, and the power of creative reinvention. A star on the rise. The making of a modern muse. Born with a natural elegance and a magnetic on-camera presence, Licha's modeling journey began as a dream, but it's her discipline and depth that have made it a reality. Her striking appearance, defined by glowing skin, voluminous curls, and expressive features, makes her a favorite for beauty brands and editorial shoots alike. Yet it's her ability to adapt to different aesthetics, from high glam to street-style editorial, that truly sets her apart. Scrolling through her profile, it's immediately clear that Licha doesn't just model, she embodies characters. One moment, she's ethereal in a tulle gown by the water's edge. The next, she's fierce and futuristic in a neon-lit campaign. Her diverse lookbooks speak to a talent that is both contemporary and timeless, delicate and bold. Dream. Create. Inspire, a personal mantra with global appeal. Licha's Instagram bio reads, "Dream, create, and inspire." A mantra that beautifully encapsulates her creative philosophy. Whether on a fashion shoot or walking the runway, she sees each opportunity as a canvas for artistic expression. To model isn't just to wear clothes, Licha says. It's to give life to someone's vision, to become part of a story, even if just for a moment. That belief shines through in her work. Campaigns for brands like Carol's Daughter and Aveda X Smashbox have placed her in the spotlight not just for her look but for her presence. She doesn't merely pose, she creates an emotional atmosphere around the image. Her expressive face tells stories that linger long after the scroll. Fashion is storytelling, embodying every aesthetic. There's an unmistakable fluidity in Licha's modeling style. She's as comfortable in bold, high-gloss editorial makeup as she is in soft, natural beauty shots. Her recent photoshoots show a range of styling. From princess-like gowns and pearls to sporty chic fashion and sleek, minimalist silhouettes. In a stunning campaign featuring a metallic corset gown, Licha radiates regal strength. In another, wearing a vintage jersey on a football field, she exudes youthful energy and charm. The contrast is striking, and yet each image feels authentic, proof of her ability to tap into the emotion behind the concept. Her versatility has caught the attention of creatives across industries, from makeup artists and designers to photographers and stylists. It's no surprise that she's becoming a go-to face for brands looking to tell bold, modern stories through fashion. Power of representation, redefining beauty norms. As a woman of color with naturally curly hair and a unique look, Licha is part of a generation of models challenging outdated industry standards and expanding the definition of beauty. She uses her platform not only to showcase her talent but to uplift others who see themselves reflected in her journey. Licha's presence in campaigns and runways is significant not just for what she wears, but for what she represents. In an industry still catching up to the richness of real-world diversity, her rise is a breath of fresh air and a sign of meaningful change. She credits her strength to staying grounded in who she is and finding power in authenticity. "I've learned that my uniqueness is my superpower," she says. "The more I embrace myself, the more doors open." Artistry and ambition. While fashion is the heart of her career, Licha's ambitions stretch beyond the lens. She has a deep interest in visual art, creative direction, and digital media. As someone who understands the full scope of a production, from lighting and angles to emotional cues, she is increasingly involved in the behind-the-scenes creative process. Friends and collaborators describe her not just as a model, but as a creator. Someone who brings her ideas to the table, who understands mood boards and storyboards, and who can switch from model to muse to producer effortlessly. It's this multidimensionality that makes her such a powerful figure in the next wave of fashion creatives. She's not only modeling fashion, she's helping shape it. Agency representation and industry recognition. Licha's dual representation by Major Models New York and by agency NJ is a testament to her growing prominence. These well-respected agencies are known for working with high-caliber talent, and Licha has quickly earned her place among their most promising names. Her work has appeared in both digital and print publications, and she continues to book runway shows, commercial shoots, and editorial spreads with impressive consistency. Whether she's walking a Fashion Week runway or fronting a new product campaign, she brings the same energy, focus, and creative fire. Grace off camera, the woman behind the model. Outside of modeling, Licha leads a rich and intentional life. She's a student of culture, a lover of books, and an advocate for mindful living. Her grace on camera is mirrored in her quiet strength off it, something that makes her all the more magnetic. In interviews and captions, she often shares her thoughts on growth, purpose, and self-love. She talks about the importance of rest, of gratitude, and of believing in one's potential even in moments of uncertainty. For her followers, she's not only an icon of beauty but a voice of empowerment. What's next for Licha Esther? As Licha continues to grow her career, her vision is clear. She wants to be a part of meaningful projects that blend creativity, cultural relevance, and storytelling. Her goals include modeling internationally, launching her own fashion or beauty brand, and eventually stepping into roles that allow her to direct and produce creative content. With every post, shoot, and appearance, she brings us closer to that future, one where models are no longer just muses but storytellers, strategists, and entrepreneurs. INGLOBE Magazine's take, A Face of the Future. At INGLOBE Magazine, we see Licha Esther as more than a model. She is a reflection of a generation that believes in authenticity, ambition, and artistic integrity. She represents the beauty of individuality and the strength of storytelling in visual culture. Her elegance is undeniable. Her energy is unforgettable. And her future is limitless. As fashion continues to evolve, we're confident that Licha will be not just part of the industry but a force shaping its future.